Hey guys, I'm back with another video. Today we'll be doing what if Tanjiro had an ice release. I was gonna change the thumbnail. I might change the thumbnail. I might make a new thumbnail, but I'll just record this video. So yeah. So let's get into this what if. And these are the ships you can see down below. Nezuko, like always, she's not she's not Tanjiro's sister. Mitsuri, she's Tanjiro's age. And I can't remember her name, but I'm gonna call her Haku for this what if. Like, yeah, I'm gonna call her Haku. So, the one with the twin tails that's putting the hairpin, yeah, her. She looks good. She looks fine. So I'll put her in because I need to spice it up a little bit. So, a little spice, a little dash of paprika, a little dash of messing. Just the basics, right? So let's get into this what if. I feel like my music is way too loud. Anyways, let's get into the video. So Tanjiro is on the snow, on the top of the hill, watching the snow fall. Seeing the snow drop onto the floor. Just piling on each other. Connecting. Tanjiro breathes and his his breath is visible. Tanjiro looks into the sky and sees the sun, but it said it's not bright, it's just there. Tanjiro's red and black hair just flow in the wind. Tanjiro gets up and he walks back to his compound. The Kamado clan, or the Kamado clan compound. He walks into the main head clan's house and he walks to see his little sister, his other little brother, his twin brother, his mother, and his dying father. Tanjiro looks at them and he doesn't really show a sign of recognition, but shows that he acknowledges their presence and just goes upstairs into his bed and drops on it. Tanjiro holds out his hand and a spike of ice just come out of his hand, and then he crushes it with his hand. He goes to sleep, and when he wakes up he sees someone next to him with black hair with pink tips at the end of her hair, with pink eyes. This was Nezuko. Nezuko Kamado. Well, married. That Kamado is her married name, but her real name. Tell me what you want Nezuko's actual name to be, her actual last name to be. Tell me what you want that to be. I don't really know nor care. Kitsune. It could be even Kitsune. Like, I don't really care. Nezuko Kitsune. It doesn't really match, but okay. So Tanjiro goes there. So Tanjiro rolls over and hugs Nezuko. And he thinks about something. He has about 3 other wives that he remembers, and their names. One was Mitsuri. She was kind of an outcast of her family. No one wanted to marry her but him. Mitsuri was strong, and he liked strong women. She was a little bit over the top, but she was fine either way. They've met before, and because again they're married, they're getting married, so obviously they would meet. Now Mitsuri's family, he heard that their family died. Her father, her mother, all that shit, they died. So he doesn't know what she's doing now. But it's not that he doesn't care, it's that he's not like, I don't know how to put that. So Tanjiro goes, and his other wife, Haku Kamado. Yeah, because married again. to him. So, Haku Kamado. Was a strong-willed woman. She was strong-willed. She's outspoken. She's harsh when she needs to be. An attribute that makes her strong in in Tanjiro's eyes. So that's why he also likes her. Now, then you would say, why does Tanjiro like Konoha? Konoha. Because she has an unbreakable will. Now, if you didn't understand what I said, understand why being unbreakable will. Yeah, she did break, but she didn't decide, oh, fuck life, I'm going to jump off a roof after all the shit she's went through. So, she's very strong-willed in a way, if you didn't understand that fact. So Tanjiro goes and he goes downstairs and Nezuko's still in his bed, and he goes downstairs and you see his twin brother Momoshiki. And he talks to Momoshiki, and Momoshiki's kind of mocking him and saying how weak he is, and Tanjiro just ignores him like he always does. Goes to his mom and he hugs his mom and says, "Do you need me to do anything?" She tells him to take Cole down to the village. Tanjiro does this, and it's the last time he's gonna see his mother and most of his siblings. I said most for a reason, you will understand. And this is the last time you see Nezuko as a human. So Tanjiro goes down there, gives the Cole away because their family, they're clans, so they kind of don't need as much, so they just like give it to them. So Tanjiro just goes down and he talks to. Hold on, I don't like this music. Ugh. So Tanjiro just comes back and he sees it. The devastation of his clan. No, don't get me wrong. None of the clan members really died. But his family in particular died. Well, at least most of them. When Tanjiro reached the door, he saw Momoshiki. Damn, not Momoshiki. He saw Momoshiki biting off his mother's hand. Tanjiro was shocked, to say nonetheless. But one thing in his mind ticked him off. He chose to be a demon. Because you can see Muzan right next to him, and he is fully aware of everything. He smiles at Tanjiro. "Weakling," he said. Tanjiro feels this unbearable rage in his heart. He sees a sword right next to him and he grabs it. He tightened his grip, and just like that, the air temperature dropped. Everything became cold. Frost started building all over the house. Tanjiro's mouth. From there, you could see frost coming out. His eyes, which was a normal red color, became a deep ice blue color. Tanjiro looked at him with so much anger in his eyes, but his face was blank, cold as ice. Tanjiro disappeared, and Momoshiki's arms, legs, toes, fingernails all went ripping off in a second, and his head was pinned to the neck by the sword. Muzan saw this, and he couldn't even follow Tanjiro. Then he realized something. His legs was gone. Tanjiro basically said, "Give me those knees." That's what Tanjiro basically did. Then, when he was about to, two demons busted in and grabbed both of them and left. Tanjiro was angry. You know what? Angry is an understatement. He was furious. He wanted to run after them, but he heard his little brother cry, and he went to him. And it was the baby of them, because remember, Tanjiro had a very little baby brother. So yeah, Tanjiro cradled him and hugged him and says, "It's okay." Shh. Tanjiro then runs upstairs and saw Nezuko. She was still breathing. He knew that she was going to become a demon any second. But he then remembered his powers. He never really liked to use them, but here goes for nothing. Tanjiro looked at Nezuko, and Nezuko looked at him, and Tanjiro kissed Nezuko on the lips. What this did was freeze the demon blood from getting inside of her, and it would help it to blend and mush way better, eventually making her become a demonic human, which is a new race y'all created. So be happy. Well, I came up with the idea, but like you came up with the name, so I give all of you the credit. So don't worry about it. Tanjiro. So Tanjiro just looks at Nezuko and he's crying. He says, "I don't know what would happen if you left me, Nezuko." Nezuko smiled and says, "I would never leave you, Tanjiro." And she kisses him back. We time skip. Tanjiro is sitting at the grave of all of his family members. His father, his mother, his brothers, his sister. And he's holding his baby brother. To be honest, they never really gave him a name. So it was up to Tanjiro to name him. But guys, I'm gonna give you a name to choose between. Haku. Not Haku. Give him the name. Give the baby the name Zabuza, or if you guys want the name Zabuza, or you guys want the name another name that you could create, do what you do. But I would prefer Zabuza, but do what you do. I don't really care, right? So Tanjiro was trying to figure out a name for him, but he couldn't. He really just couldn't. Tanjiro just left. He's not having it. It's really not. Tanjiro goes back inside and he feels this unbearable rage. And the reason why he's feeling this rage is because he couldn't lift a finger to help his family. All this power he had, he couldn't use it. All this strength, he held no candle to, couldn't even raise a finger to help his family. And now he has his brother to watch over, and he can't even do that properly. He's just broken at this point. But he can only do one thing, and is train. So he made a training system. It's basically a sparring dummy. But the thing is, Tanjiro is not gonna attack it. It's gonna let it punch him as many times, so Tanjiro can build up a resistance to punches, kicks, all of the above. So Tanjiro went on his rigorous training. 2,400 push-ups each day, and sit-ups, and chin-ups. A jog across the whole compound, down the mountain, back up, across, around the compound, back into his house 2 times. Sword techniques, and learning how to use his powers 4 times a day, each day. And to be honest, he barely had time to respond from his wife's messages. But the only person that didn't message was Konoha, because if you don't know, Konoha at this point in time is probably being sold. So, yeah. Guys, I'm gonna pull out 2 what ifs today because this is a low quality what if because I have nothing to do better today. So I'm just winging it. I didn't pull a script on my ass today, so there might be 3, there might be 2, but the second one I know for sure is gonna be like Kurama. What if not Kurama? Sorry. What if Deku had Scarlet Witch's powers, which I'm gonna be doing. pretty soon. So do not worry, guys. So, and also comment down below what the next Asta should be, because I'm thinking about doing what if Asta was the elf part, like 5 or 4. I don't know, 4, 6. I don't know. I think it's 3 or 4. I don't fucking care, right? Because like I'm getting into that series, but like I just want you guys to know. I just want to know. Yeah. That ooh. So Tanjiro is just training and training and training, and he meets Giyu. Yes, guys, I finally learned the nigga's name, Giyu. Anyways, Giyu Tomioka. So he meets Giyu, and Giyu knows him. They've been kind of like brothers for a long time, and Giyu's the only person that ever understood Tanjiro. He's the only person that cared for Tanjiro when his family neglected him, but his mother. His mother always loved him. So Giyu was like the big brother figure of Tanjiro's. Giyu heard about what happened to his family and he instantly hugged Tanjiro, which was not like Giyu, but yeah. Tanjiro then explains about his training, and Giyu scolds him and tells him that yes, sure, become a demon slayer, whatever, but don't push your body to the point where you can't use it anymore. You're being just stupid. Tanjiro says, what else do I have to do? All my family's dead. All I have is my wives, and I'm barely in contact with any of them. If one of them, and the only person that I really keep contact with is Nezuko, and here she is a demon, well, a demonic human now. You asks, what is a demonic human? He starts explaining a human that it has a demon's blood, or half human, half demon, but she's not affected by the sun, she cannot eat humans, but she does need to consume a lot of food and sleep a lot. And Giyu notes this. He tells Tanjiro to teach Nezuko the breathing style because she can always be reliant, and I doubt she will want to stay in a compound where it's safe. Tanjiro says, yeah, I know. So Tanjiro was first going to teach her how to use water breathing, and carry her to Orokudaku. But Nezuko had an idea. She wanted to make her own breath style, and it's gonna be based off the water breath. So she will go to Orokudaku later after she's done the first breath. Now I'm gonna make breathing styles the same, like how what's it called now? How stands are from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, right? So only a breath user can see other breaths. So a normal human, not a normal human, I mean a normal person wouldn't be able to see the breath style. Just note that. So Tanjiro is helping her with her breath style, and she finally creates it. It is called a vine breathing, vine breathing. So after a while, they go to Orokudaku, and Orokudaku sees them, and he sees them, and he takes Nezuko in, and he takes Tanjiro in too, and Nezuko explains about her breath style, and he's amazed to see a person, as such young prodigy, create her own breath style at that time. And he teaches her and helps her out on learning it, also physically training her and Tanjiro. But he sees Tanjiro is really durable and strong and fast, and he tells him about his training regimen that he used to do. And he, again, Orokudaku scolds Tanjiro for being so stupid and putting so much strain on his body. But this is where the selections come out, and Tanjiro goes. Now, Tanjiro has been refining all of his skills. So Tanjiro, when walking, he flash frees the forest, the whole entire forest, and he gets every demon and kills each and every one of them, not even leaving much for anybody. But Nezuko kills the hand demon because it's more sympathetic, because Orokudaku personally trained her to use her breath style, and she finally got revenge for all of them. But in the process of doing all of this, half of Tanjiro's mask cracked because he didn't freeze one demon, and the one demon was able to sneak upon him. That doesn't matter. So Tanjiro knows this, and he keeps tabs on him. So they go back to the Rokudake, and Tanjiro decides to get a new fit. So he keeps the kimono that's on the screen, but instead of just the long sleeve black shirt, it's a skin tight black shirt, and the kimono is just above his elbow. So he also has elbow guards on a skin tight, like he has elbow guard. So he has a skin tight elbow skin tight elbow guard shirt, right? And his sword is not the same sword. It's the grass cutter, which is its name, the grass cutter. And when Tanjiro's hold it, it's black, but something different happens. On one side you see a snowflake, and on the other you see a flaming sun. Tanjiro sheathes a sword and sees the grass cutter and puts it on the back of his hip. And his shoes are like basically shinobi shoes from Boruto's era, Boruto shinobi shoes. And he's learned a lot of new techniques. But this is not enough this video, guys. I know it's short, other than most of my other videos. It's really short. I know. Don't chastise me. I know it's short. I also have to make a thumbnail for this, so it's good to look. So see you guys.